Previously on Sailing Britican.
I don't think I want to sail anymore.
What's happening, Ryan? What's happening?
So this is squall 12, right? So Simon's got the radar up now. Oh my gosh. I just heard the 2 beeps on the bridge, so that means it's going up. So the bridge just called us and told us they're having problems and can't open it.
And the officer that talked to you, we got all your information. Go ahead, Britican.
Permission to raise the bridge. We have 85-foot high mast over. Yeah. See the window above with somebody in the window?
No. There's Grandma and Grandpa. Bye, guys!
See you soon!
Love you!
Love you too!
Bye, Port City Marina. Thank you for having us, Wilmington.
Yeah, thank you. You were very nice to us.
We thoroughly enjoyed you once again. And the bridge is beeping. If you hear that beep sound, they stopped traffic and the bridge will be going up right now. Just I just realized the autopilot's not working. And we thank the person up there. We wave and we say thank you for opening the bridge for us. And now it starts coming back down. I'm sure rush hour traffic didn't like us very much this morning. Wish it was sunny because this is such a great place. It's so beautiful. But we've got, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning and we've got gray overcast skies. Sienna wishes the water wasn't brown. Yeah, Cape Fear River is not the prettiest river, is it? No.
Over.
Yeah, Captain, we're heading for the dock over here on the west side of the river. I'd like to see 2 whistles.
My whistle is just defunct at the moment, over.
Okay, roger. 2 whistles. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too, over.
What the heck is 2 whistles?
Seems I want to go to port.
Oh, he says he wants to see 2 whistles.
Yeah,
Does that
right.
mean he wants you to go to port?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm doing.
Well, at least you knew. I mean, you don't. That was like total like boat talk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If somebody said they'd like to see 2 whistles, I'd be like, okay. And that's the tug that just called us to say he wanted to see 2 whistles.
Yeah, because normally you go port to port, but we're going starboard to starboard.
Yeah, we're going starboard to starboard, which is not the way you normally go down. What's up?
Everything. Everything is up. We've got massive problems with the mast, with everything. Engine's got an oil leak, we found out what that is. But we've almost sorted out the diesel leak on the generator. We need these special washers that are on their way. And suddenly we set off from Wilmington, had a great time in Wilmington, and our autopilot decided not to work. I love sailing, I love boating. So Kim, how are you feeling?
I'm tired.
You're tired? Looking forward to getting into Charleston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this last push, and so hopefully once we get out into the sea it's gonna be okay. But I am really, really tired.
How are you, Sienna?
Okay, I guess.
You okay, you guess?
Is it a Mayday?
Well, he hasn't called a Mayday, but yeah, it is a Mayday.
Second North Carolina, I got 6 souls on board. I'm anchored at this time, attempting to pump over the water. And I'm recalling a diver. I am a dive vessel. I have one diver down at this time.
Oh my gosh. So a dive...
Roger, Captain. Any children on board? And what is the length, make, and color of your vessel? Over.
Oh, that's scary. So he's taking on water, he's anchored, and has a diver below.
Yeah, he's 25 miles out.
Oh gosh. Okay. Let's send some good thoughts out to him.
Okay, latest update on the Pan Mayday, whatever you want to call it. They didn't call it anything, but that's what it is. A dive boat was taken on water. They had a diver down. They had a problem with one of the engines where the exhaust was coming through.
The water was
coming through
the
one of the exhaust. They seem to have stopped the flow and they're now underway under one engine. There's 2 boats going out to check them, one being a Coast Guard, one being another guy's boat going over to check them, so everything seems to be okay.
Yeah.
Which is great news.
It's always nice to hear the conclusion too, that it's a positive one, isn't it?
Yeah, and here's me complaining about we have to hand steer for 24 hours and these poor people were taking on water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brings it into perspective.
It
really
does.
Called Rail Marine and I'm on hold for the last 10 minutes.
To see if we can get any kind of information about the autopilot.
Yep, that's what we're trying for.
Yeah. Did the autopilot just start working?
Yes. This boat fixes itself.
Yeah, sometimes. But that's crazy.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is maybe it was just a bit of water.
Just got damp or something?
Just got damp.
I don't know, but it's amazing because we sat on hold for Ray Marine the whole length of the Cape Fear River.
20 minutes. So we got they're calling us back hopefully.
Yeah, but it's not from. She's working now, so.
Come on, Otto.
And take away or get right here.
Hold on, I just want to check out this ship going by, and then I will put my cookie order in. Okay, so you're a cookie restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I will take chocolate chip
Okay.
and oatmeal raisin, please.
Okay. And do you like a latte with that?
Yes, please.
Extra milk?
No, just normal latte.
Okay, got that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're just heading out into the Atlantic. It's flat calm, and guess what? Kim's asleep. She's a bit tired, bless her. Here we are. We are going down to Charleston, and Sienna is hiding under there, watching Harry Potter. And Kim and I are just sat here. There is no wind. I don't know if you can see the flag there. There is no wind. We're just motoring. And Kim's, you can tell I haven't done this for a bit, and Kim's not feeling too good. Hey sweetheart.
I'm okay.
She's okay, but it's grey and horrible out there, but no squalls, no big waves, so that's a good thing. Charleston Harbour Marina, Charleston Harbour Marina. This is Sailboat Britican, over. I might have woke him up.
So we have arrived about 5 o'clock in the morning. We just pulled up to the fuel dock because it's low tide and we can't get down our pontoon at low tide. We'll bottom out. So we're gonna tie up here, and later on today we'll move over to our slip.
We have a leak that's coming through here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's raised up. That's actually higher than the wood. And what we're thinking is that for some reason the gel coat underneath is raising up. I think this is just a little bit beyond my capabilities. So I've got a couple of guys that work here and they know what they're doing, so they're going to take all of this bit up, another one there. I did try and fix it, or do a temporary fix on that, and it didn't. I don't know if it worked because I didn't notice this one, and we got a bit of water coming into Sienna's room, so what they're going to do is take all this wood up and have a look and see where we go. So wish us luck. Well, we're taking up a couple of bits of wood here. Oh, look at that, there's a hole there, so we're thinking that might be because we can see the top of the fiberglass through the gel coat. So we think that might be a culprit. Let's hope it is. So this is where we've taken up the second part, but we can't seem to find anything that constitutes a hole. But here, that there, is a hole in the fiberglass, and it is coming down through there, we believe. It's the only thing we can find. So what's going to happen is we're going to put some fiberglass in the hole, and then we're going to paint some stuff on it to make it all watertight on here and on the back there, and then we'll put the wood back tomorrow. Okay, you can see now that it's nicely repaired. It's all nice, watertight. Had a little bit of rain, no water came in so far, so that's good news. We're ready now for the caulking. It's raised a little bit, so we're going to just sand it down. It's looking good. Okay, let's part 27 of whatever this leak is. It's still a pain, but when we were going through the squalls and through the heavy seas, me and Ryan were up here and we noticed, let's put the head torch on, it was seeping through here, and which is really quite scary, but it was actually, we could actually see it as the boat was pounding down. It was going like just seeping through, and this place just stinks now of like salt water. So we just
we put like towels in there, didn't we?
Towels in there and everything
to soak up the water coming in.
Yeah, and it just filled 3 towels. So what we're doing is we're taking everything out of here, and we're going to give it a good clean. Then we're going to start looking at trying to sort this out. Now the good thing about it is when it rains it doesn't get wet, but it's when we're at sea and the waves are coming over and it's bouncing around. Forward leak, take 38. What we've done is we've looked in the anchor lock and we've noticed some water draining down from the fair line here, and it's going, and what we've done is looked underneath, and there's 2 holes underneath. It looks like when they built it, they drilled through by accident and then just put Sikaflex in instead of sealing it. They sealed it with caulking, but didn't seem to do it a good job within. I've checked on this side of the fair, and this is all perfect. You can't see any holes, no nothing. All you see is the fiberglass. So what we're going to redo is we're taking it all up, we're cleaning it all up, we're going to put it back in and clean up these screws, re-cork it, screw it back down, and then from the underneath we're going to put some good sealant in, and hopefully that should stop it, because what we're thinking of doing is the water's coming along and it's travelling down here, and it found that hole that we found when we were in Bermuda and was going down there. We've sealed the front where it was coming through, so fingers crossed we might have sorted it.
Okay,
We don't know.
and you've got helper Paul.
Good morning.
Hi, helper
Paul,
Paul.
who was on the Antigua rally when we won it.
Yeah, he's here to help fix a leak now.
Yeah, while we're watching for the equinox, not equinox, eclipse.
Eclipse.
Eclipse. What we've done is we've rebedded in the fair line there, and what I'm doing now is just really tidying up and putting epoxy paint in there, which will seal anything up, so it'll give it an extra bit of coverage in here, and also it'll make it look nice, because if you want to have a look in here at the moment, it's not very nice.
And what's the name of the paint you're using?
I'm using EZ epoxy.
Oh, okay.
got it from West Marine.
I think the only other thing that we're going to do is we're going to Sikaflex or silicone, whatever it is, underneath the tow rail on the inside and outside.
The tow rail, and also I'm going to do where the drain holes are in the anchor locker. There's little shells. I'm going to take them out and cork them and put them back in.
Right, and then we just have to go back out in a storm.
Back out in a storm.
Not.
Someone's going to love that.
So here's the inside. So when you're done, Sam, will all those rust stains be gone?
Just about,
Yeah? So it's going to look like a nice new...
It's going to look like a painted, older
anchor locker.
anchor locker.
So Simon and Paul are putting back all the stuff in the anchor locker. And the last bit of the deck is being done.
We've had 2 front leaks fixed, so that's great. The next thing on this week that we're doing is we have an oil leak on the engine. Also, the carbon mast. Hey, it looks like we've got a guy coming down tomorrow, and he thinks he can do it in situ. But you know, I've explained to him that I'd rather it done properly, and then we have to take it down. We have to take it down. I know the cost will be massive, but that's what we'll have to do. But he's coming to check that tomorrow. He's become highly recommended, and the power of the internet is fantastic because the guy that actually made our mast and boom was on a boat 3 down from us 3 years ago, and he's seen it now on the internet and has contacted us. So thanks very much, and also thanks for Dolphin Sales for getting in contact with him and telling us about him. So thanks there, Dolphin, that was fantastic. Also, our autopilot decided to go haywire. So I've just contacted Ray Marine in the USA, and the guy said it was because our standby button was pressed down. I went down and checked it, I pressed it on and went straight onto auto, and it looked fine. So that's just something to look at. Because the system is so old that the control box, the control panel which you change everything on, they don't make it anymore. So I'll have to find on eBay, or we'll have to upgrade to a new one. Generator. Oh yes, just got in the washers for the generator. So I am going to change that myself. So it's something I can do, which I always like to do because it saves us money. Project of the day is cleaning the engine. We had remember we told you that we had an oil leak that's been happening over a long period of time, but it was totally manageable. There was a couple of drops every hour, if less than that. But now it's got a lot worse. We've probably got half a cup or a cup every 24 hours of running. Had someone in yesterday to look at it. He says it's the sump, which is the bottom part of the engine where the oil accumulates. So what I'm doing now is I'm cleaning it all up and cleaning the engine, cleaning the sump, so it's all nice and clean. And then Kim and I are going to go out for a run, and we're going to find out where this oil's coming from. I'm using these good nights which you put on kids' beds after they stop using nappies or diapers at night. It's the same stuff that you use from the chandlery to pick up oil, but it's far cheaper. So I'm going to use these.
So I first got up there, mind my phone's got a little bit of sweat on it, but see how it's kind of like looks like a crack?
Yeah.
Mainly a scratch through all the all-fair and just fair it back in and repaint it.
Okay, great.
That's all that you gotta do.
Doesn't seem to be, like, carbon is strong, and where that impact from the shackle and whatnot is, it hasn't dented the carbon at all. It's just worn away the sublayers below the top coat paint, which looks like some high build primer there and a little bit of fairing on it.
Great.
It's not the pink all-fair like you have up higher where they're putting some real shape into it. It's just more of a getting rid of the porosity and the carbon, you know, when they're putting their pink coatings on there.
Okay.
So I don't think there's any serious damage.
Good. Yeah, okay.
So what I did is I mixed the off air up beforehand so I didn't make a mess up top there. Put it in a Ziploc bag. So after I surface prepped, I just cut the corner off the bag like pastry, put it in the grooves. Already had it taped off, took a putty knife and swiped it nice and clean. I saturated my rag, lacquered it there, and put it in a Ziploc before I went up there. So I had the lacquer already prepped, could wipe it down beforehand, and then afterwards clean up my mess. Good. I left my masking tape up top just so that I didn't have sticky off air on my masking tape while I was coming out of the rig. It'll be dry tomorrow. We can pull it off the next step.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kurt.
So Simon, you've lived on board here in Charleston for the better part of a year. How are you finding it here in the Charleston Harbor Marina and Charleston in general?
Oh, Charleston, and I just absolutely love Charleston. It's probably my favourite place in America that I've been to so far, and I've travelled quite a lot here. And the marina is great. It's pretty calm in here, and the facilities are really, really good. I'm really, really enjoying it.
And where to next?
Where to next? Well, we're here for 3 months, and then hopefully we're going to start going south again. 1,000 meters each.
And are you on the tanks while you're living aboard at the dock? Then?
Yeah.
Close. Try again.
Harder. Come on.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
You did it really well. Look at that one.
Ooh, let's see the other side. Because this might be...
Oh, that is so cool.
So what's that one then?
It's going to be the same stuff in solution. It could be quartz, but probably not.
Whoa, look at
it's
this
probably a dolomite, which is kind of a like a gypsum.
Cheers.
Here's to Britican.
We haven't got
But we can keep having a quick look at partials.
We're staying.
No!
Yeah, we don't particularly want to go and spend all this time in a car. I'm quite happy to stay here and take potluck.
You really are?
Yes. Here it's not too bad. So I'm going to risk it for a biscuit.
Yeah.
Risk it staying here.
I'm risking it staying
You'd think that we were going for like some kind of major sale. Just looking at the sky, and we got we got lots of clouds. So part of the group is going to head west to see if they can find a better viewing area.
Yeah, no. They're mailing me a new one.
So it's the lead up to the solar eclipse. All the kids are playing in the pool.
We got reggae in the background and we're looking at the eclipse, and it's sunny!
What's it? Describe it. What's it look like?
It looks like a crescent. It looks like the moon getting shine. The sun is shining on the moon. It looks like that.
Yeah. Looking cool.
Yeah.
It's getting super dark. Sienna, get out! Oh my gosh, it's totally getting dark out. It is the strangest feeling.
Can we look at it yet? Woo! You can look at it. Oh my gosh. Woo!
Look at this light over there.
I know, it's incredible.
So we're not going to be sailing now for the next couple months. We're going to be getting the boat ready. So we're not going to carry on with the vlog each week, but we will be doing some more your questions answered and how-tos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you do have any questions or want to see how something's done, please leave it in the comments below.
And then what we have planned to do is we might have to go back to Wilmington because we had the copper coat done there and it wasn't done quite correctly, and we've spoken to the yard and they're willing to take us out and make it right. So that's we might be actually doing a little bit of sailing, going back up there, but that's going to be in October when Sienna finishes school, don't you, Sienna?
Mm-hmm.
And what are you going to do after that?
We're gonna go back to England.
Yes, and then after that, what's going to happen when we start sailing again? What are you going to be doing on the boat?
Homeschooling.
Homeschooling?
Yeah, homeschooling. So Sienna's in school right now here in Charleston, where we are, but she will be going into homeschooling in November. So we're looking at a program called K-12, which offers an offline system. So we get everything I think we need in a box, and because we can never tell if we're going to get an internet connection or not.
No.
So we're going to give that a go. If anybody knows any information on that and wants to share with us, please let us know.
Yeah, and then the end of November we'll start sailing again. We've got one or maybe two people coming on the boat with us, and we're looking forward to meeting them and start sailing. We're going to do some short trips down the coast of America and then back to the Caribbean.
Yeah. So, and then after the Caribbean,
who knows? Yeah, we don't know yet.
We don't know where we're gonna
Any suggestions?
Spend the next hurricane season. So Grenada, we've been talking about.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. Or heading over to like the San Blas Islands area,
yeah.
Colombia.
Lots
of options. So who knows?
We don't know.
But for now, the next couple months, we're just gonna get the boat ready.
Yep.
Yeah, and recover from sailing in stormy weather.
Goodbye.
Bye.
If you're interested in buying a boat and haven't yet requested my free 37-page guide, How to Buy a Boat Without Getting Screwed, click here to download it now. When buying a boat, it truly is buyer beware. More often than not, I receive emails from extremely disappointed and disgruntled boat owners. In many cases, the boat buyer got ripped off, and in other cases, the buyer simply bought the wrong boat for what they wanted to achieve. Get this free guide and you'll have access to 10 steps to getting the right boat for the right price.